Hey everybody, welcome back to Good Night. In entertainment news tonight, the new Fast and Furious spinoff, Hobbs and Shaw, came out this past weekend and features Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham driving cars and kicking butt all around the world. They try to stop a supervillain and a virus that could infect Earth's population, and in the process, they drive cars through helicopters, lasso a helicopter, and punch many, many people. But when a sequence that involves Statham, Johnson, and co-star Vanessa Kirby to cram into a McLaren during a high-speed chase, Jason Statham stated a rumor that The Rock, being 6'5" and 260 pounds, couldn't fit into the sports car and had to be inserted in post-production, also because he suffers from motion sickness. The rumor made the rounds on social media, and The Rock himself responded with a quip calling Statham's voice similar to a prepubescent Harry Potter. The motion sickness rumor continued until the director and the VFX company for the film stepped in and set the record straight, saying that The Rock was in fact in the car and has no motion sickness problems that they're aware of. But this rumor went an awful long way, and I almost prefer it to be true because of poor Vanessa Kirby, who would be more comfortable in a Delta economy seat. But it begs the question, when are actors CG'd into scenes so convincingly that they fool the audience? We did some digging and found some surprising answers. For example, this famous shot from Forrest Gump is green screened. And this shot from The Matrix has a hidden William Dafoe cameo. In fact, we found out that William Dafoe isn't even a real person. He's just a CG character people have been inserting into films for the past 30 years. Pretty amazing what technology can do. In other entertainment news, pop singer Katy Perry is in hot water after losing a lawsuit and being forced to turn over $2.8 million. The lawsuit was filed by Christian rap artist Flame and purports that Katy Perry stole a melody from Flame's song entitled Joyful Noise and used it in her Grammy-nominated single Dark Horse. The jury found the producers guilty of stealing the beat, and its music fans and professionals up in arms. The 8-note descending background line of both songs sounds kind of familiar. But as most musicologists and sound engineers have pointed out, they're very distinct in what they do for the song's composition. They rub it all the wrong way. All this I can legally get to in trouble for doing. Do, 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 because apparently the rapper Flame is the originator of that line of notes. It sets a dangerous precedent as artists laying copyright claims to an arrangement of notes, which sucks because there's a limited number of ways you could put down a bunch of notes together. But the Flame now owns them. Obviously, he's not the first person to make this line of notes, and we will link a few videos down there explaining why this case is bogus. But for now, I'll just throw my phone on silent so Flame's lawyers don't disturb the rest of the show calling me up. In sports news this week, a lucky fan has just been signed to the Oakland Athletics after a video of him throwing a 96-mile-an-hour fastball at a speed pitch challenge went viral. The story began at a minor league game when the 23-year-old, who reportedly hadn't pitched since high school, clocked 96 miles an hour for the first time, and he then began training and had been talking with the A's for a couple months before the video went viral. But in mid-July, Nathan Patterson stepped up and ripped a couple 96-mile-an-hour fastballs on the radar, and the A's called him the next day. He now has a contract, and according to Deadspin, will most likely start in the minor leagues and work his way up. It's a pretty inspiring story, and one of our producers has quite the arm. So we decided to try and recapture the viral magic Nathan Patterson had that got him a contract. Check it out.
How was that?
Dude, 150!
150?
150!
No way, dude.
I can't believe I even caught that.
150? Bro.
I've never pitched that fast. Hold on.
Who's that?
Hello? Yeah, it's Connor. Alex Cora? Like the manager of the Red Sox wants to... yeah, I'll be right there. Yeah, of course. I'm not doing anything for like the next 5 years. Of course not. Yeah,
Wait, Connor, we've got a show.
Huh? Oh, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I know, dude, but like this is actually like pretty big, so...
But it's on tonight.
On tonight? I mean, like, dude, I'm gonna pitch for the Red Sox. You kidding me? Yeah, sorry about that. I was just dealing with some of my subordinates. Yeah. No, yeah, I'll be in contract negotiations. I'll be ready to go. Yeah, did you back up? Yeah.
Where are you going? We have a show. Where are you going? We have a show. We have a show.
You know, Connor actually didn't come into work today, and we haven't heard from him for a couple of days. So we assume everything worked out for him. Look for him on the mound coming in relief for the rest of the season. Who knows? Maybe he could be the one to turn around this terrible Red Sox season. In fashion news today, it's been confirmed that Victoria's Secret has hired its first transgender model. Valentina Sapina has reached out to multiple news sources to confirm that she is going to be featured in the newest Pink campaign. This comes after a scourge of drama for the company, in which a CEO in an interview voiced his opinion that Victoria's Secret would not hire a transgender individual or curvier models in an interview with Vogue. The company clearly disagrees with him, and it's a fantastic step in the right direction for transgender inclusivity. But it also comes with some bad news for all the Victoria's Secret diehards, because it is rumored the annual fashion show the company puts on has been canceled, citing historically low ratings to the Huffington Post, but also of CEO Ed Rasnick's relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, who's been coming up a lot the past couple weeks ever since his sentencing. All in all, Victoria's Secret has been a company doing a lot of yikes-worthy things this past year, but hiring Sapino is decidedly not one of them. Other transgender activists celebrated the achievement, and if the show does go forward, look for Valentina Sapino on the runway. And finally, in ridiculous news, legendary chef and person who has copyrighted the Frosted Tips look, Guy Fieri, has made the news today. After the casting of Halle Bailey in the upcoming Disney remake of The Little Mermaid, fans were speculating about who would play the devious villain Ursula. One fan tweeted a side-by-side of Ursula, a drag queen-inspired octopus, and Fieri, who is neither a drag queen or an octopus, but looks suspiciously like what he's being compared to. The flames would further stoked when Fieri himself quoted the tweet along with the lyrics from Under the Sea. Now, this does not put anything in stone, but if Guy Fieri is down to play Ursula, consider my butt in the seat when the remake comes out. If he's not at least on the Disney short list for casting choices, they're making a huge mistake. Pop singer Lizzo is also vying for the role, but it seems like it will most likely go to actress Melissa McCarthy after an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel. Saw her addressing the rumor, but there's still a chance. The chance that there is a flavor town under the sea and Ursula's food will be the greasiest in the ocean. You know, a man can dream, right? That's going to do it this week for the news. Stay tuned for This Week's with Lucy Burdge, This Week in Music, and we'll be right back on Good Night.
This is Lucy Burdge with Good Nights, This Week in Music History. We begin in 1960 when Chubby Checker appeared on American Bandstand and performed The Twist, very iconic. In 1972, Aerosmith signed to CBS Records after Clive Davis saw them play at Max's Kansas City Club in New York. In 1973, Stevie Wonder was seriously injured in a car accident in North Carolina. He was in a coma for 4 days, and he lost his sense of smell. In 1976, Elton John and Kiki D were at #1 on the US singles chart with Don't Go Breaking My Heart. In 1984, Prince started a 24-week run at the top of the US album chart with Purple Rain. Also in 1984, Bruce Springsteen played the first of 10 nights at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, which was the homecoming of the Born in the USA tour. In 1994, Lisa Loeb started a 3-week run at #1 on the US singles chart with Stay, which was featured in the film Reality Bites, also written for that film. In 2002, Lisa Marie Presley married Nicolas Cage at a resort in Hawaii. She was also previously married to Michael Jackson. In 2005, Bob Dylan's song Like a Rolling Stone topped a poll of music, movies, TV shows, and books that changed the world. And it beat Elvis's Heartbreak Hotel, which came in second place. And in 2007, Amy Winehouse canceled a series of shows in Europe after she was admitted to the hospital suffering from severe exhaustion. This has been Lucy Burdge with Good Nights This Week in Music History. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Lucille Burdge for both.